So sorry for hurting you. Oh, I'm ashamed of me. Shame on me. Wish I never done you wrong.
Fair use. The doctrine that brief excerpts of copyright material may, under certain circumstances, be quoted verbatim for purposes such as criticism, news reporting, teaching, and research without the need for permission from or payment to the copyright holder.
I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm not doing anything illegal, but I don't want nobody. Oh my God, am I doing something illegal by doing this video, or is this? Am I protected by the First Right Amendment or the Amendment?
I'm sorry, Black Tie. This is Wild Way Monet. 808 with the dollar sign. And you know, I'm sorry. I got to talk about you. I got to talk about you. No, no, no. It's going down. No, I'm sorry. No, it's too late for all of this. More. I want more. I want more. I got to tell you something. I got to tell you something.
Don't take my baby.
Wait a minute.
I'm
What?
at
No.
$19,000 a month. What more do you want from me?
I want to talk. I want to talk. No, no. This enough of this. Enough of this. Enough of this. See, and then you go on other podcasters and you say stuff like this.
You just sitting there like this, like, yeah. And I'm like, damn, can you look at me? Right. Can you like, your lawyer is so nasty in this courtroom. Can you like, it's like a sociopath. Like I don't feel nothing for this person. So I would never disrespect her and say, I don't think at no point did she ever love me. Right. But there is no aspect of me right now, with all that I've seen and heard and all the shit that's going on in this paperwork and what happened in that courtroom, I can say, I did nothing to you to create that.
Really? The lack of accountability here. This is what we're talking about in the stratosphere. Black women. Why is it we are the helm of our neighborhoods, scholastically, in corporate, in politics? Because of shit like this. Look at them. Look at them. If they're not displaying this type of sensitive sensitivity on the outside, this is how they feel on the inside. You see him. You see him clutching a flower. This is how they feel on the inside. You see that flower is representative of his soul. He is so fragile on the inside. Even though he made it out of Compton, Compton never made it out of him. Black tie, Tyrese, Tyrese, crying his pain away. He said that he had sought therapy during the pandemic, like most of us. He ain't the only one. Yet his therapy led him to prescription pain pills, which led him to have a nervous breakdown, which led to The most epic meltdown you ever.
This is all I got. This is all I got. Don't take my baby, okay? I've been I've been away from my baby for 2 months. I want my baby.
What is. And he been crying ever since. He done moved from the shower. You know what I mean? Remember he used to cry on your pillow at night and talk to God? He out in the street with it ever since 2011. He's not mentally doing well. Fuck the finances. We know that's not going well either. Lord have mercy, because every time, it's, a meltdown after melt. $13,000 a month. What more do you want from me? Oh, I can't. I can't. And then there's
my best answer until she decides I love you enough to tell you why I left. What you said and what you did, it made me say I was out. It was not easy to wake up on September 11th to child abuse claims from my crazy ass ex baby mama. And then they took my daughter away from me for 100 days. No calls, no contact. Then
see, see, okay. And we all know why. We all know why. They refuse to get not only mental and emotional help, but they also refuse to even get checkups on their medical health. They're that traumatized by what, you ask? What? What is it that has them clutching daffodils in broad daylight, you ask? Well, according to our girl, Tyrese Black Tie, Beautiful Liar. I mean, Beautiful Stranger is out this month, guys. Beautiful Euphoria. What is the name of the album, babe? Where you're channeling Marvin Gaye. What the hell is going on? Babe, I did a deep dive into your mental state. See, we always know the ones, don't we? 1% in the hood. They got those model looks, tall, dark, and handsome. Empty nesters with brains they are. Manchurian candidates that sign their name with an X. They get out, babe. They get out. And all we can tell them when they move up the glass Hollywood stair is to choose better, right? You no longer have your or have to have the pick of the litter of the local wambishas. Mhm. Wobbly tilted hair hats, brown skin and brown skin women like yourself with Afrocentric phenotypes. Oh no, when they climb the crystal stair, they choose better. They're high value men. Remember, Kevin Samuels told them, hmm? Fit, feminine, and friendly. Don't you ever forget it. And then this happens to him every time. I mean, he's telling about how he met his young lady from back page, I mean, front page, I mean, OnlyFans, I mean, Instagram, y'all. Still a Mac. Mac Daddy. Mac Daddy, Mac Daddy, Mac. Hey, he gonna show y'all all his how it's done, okay? Listen and learn. This how he got them, okay?
Shit, yeah. He wasn't my type at all. My type was actually Paul Walker recipes. But he wasn't my type at all. And my type is not white. I'm just saying I was more interested in Paul and every experience. Don't touch me. And
Now he trying to take her hand off of his. She act like she's stroking him for emotional support for, what she's about to say.
his personality was okay, but he didn't understand the Instagram model thing, so he would always talk down. So you wanted the homie. They want me. I never said I wanted the homie study.
Babe, I'm sure. Ooh. And she is the preferred phenotype and just sunned his ass on TikTok. And this was a couple of years ago, but you can only imagine. This is why they end up looking like this. You see him? You see? Don't act like you don't see Black Tie. Child, he is.
Oh, I'm ashamed of me. Shine on me. Wish I'd never done you wrong. Shine every night I dream that when you
Bet he do. I bet he do. It and it's sad, Jody. I mean, Black Tie. I mean, Tyrese. It's a shame because Hollywood writes your script for you and you can never get away from it. You're like, leave it to Beaver. 40 years later, they still want him to say, golly gee whiz, Mr. Wilson. Yeah, I mean, they wrote your script with Jody, and you've been Jody ever since. Everybody says it in the stratosphere, babe. You cannot get away from that project 33 RICO cases, trash bag carrying full of Ataris and stripper heels and bad decisions, cell block C type mentality. You just can't right now. But what I'm noticing is that everybody has their wilderness, don't they? And you're slowly but surely, it seems like coming out of this, evoking the name of our Father God whenever you feel attacked. And that's the start. That's all He wants. You say you're telling your story to save someone else, and that's also a plus. You get kudos for that. You do. But at the same time, making accusations that are telling, such as,
race it through the roof. They tear us down when we don't communicate and express our thoughts and feelings and sentiments or our vulnerabilities. And then as soon as we talk and express our thoughts and vulnerabilities, we get our ass beat and get torn down for that too. But you ain't. I'm not gonna let myself drive me crazy from keeping all this shit bouncing around in my head. So as long as these interviews are scheduled, motherfucker, I'ma show up and talk. And if you don't want me on your show because I'm too raw and real for TV, well, I'll be on my Instagram, motherfucker. You gonna get this work. My man Tyrese, that's my brother right here. Uh,
Now, initially, when he sat down with Sway, that was Sway, by the way. He said, "This is my last interview," and then he says that. I, I want to let you know, talking to him in person is like talking to Kanye over the phone. You know how you be like, all right, well, and it was nice talking to you. And you know what? Let me just say one last thing before I go, and it's another hour. That's how you know we're in a manic state. And at one point, when he went on the Breakfast Club the second time, after they clowned him about trying to impersonate Marvin Gaye, he came on there with the rolled up Marvin Gaye beanie and tried to give an account as to why he looked weird in a large. It looked like he was wearing the Isley Brothers. You know the heavy set one that passed away. I swear it looked like he was wearing somebody's supposed to be skin tight bell bottom suit. And it was clownish. It was 3 sizes too big. The bells on the pants wasn't belling. It was baggy and saggy, and then he had this pubic hair attached to his face, talking about he was trying to get into character. And he forgot that he had to sing the national anthem for the opening of the season opener of the Rams kickoff. And he, ran down there in character while he was allegedly trying to evoke the great one himself, saying that he was literally in character not to play uh, Marvin Gaye, but Teddy Pendergrass. So I'm confused. If you're in character to play Teddy Pendergrass, why did you come down there to evoke the spirit of Marvin Gaye? Make it make sense. This is how we knew um, that there is something going on mentally. Did he go to Cedar Sinai? No. Did they send you to Cedar Sinai for the, Hollywood Breakdown Club? It's just weird. And then, of course, at the end of the not so grand rendition, re-rendition that is, of a 1972 Marvin Gaye remastered, Pledge of Allegiance. Was the song? Yeah, listen, it bombed, and you had a meltdown, and you started crying on the sidelines again. So, I mean, the second time you came to the Breakfast Club, you really were embarrassed. The first time you were trying to apologize for your rants during the 2020 debacle. They forgave you, but the second time, that's when everybody realized, like we did with Kanye, okay, it's really over mentally. Until he decides to come back, we just got to step aside and let him run his race by himself. Let him hold his trauma and drama all by himself. And black women all over the stratosphere are also reminding you that these are the types of women that men like black men, some of them, gravitate to. A large majority of you gravitate to these women who only look good on the outside and for clout's purposes. And so all of your mans in them can say, ooh, she's fuckable until she actually fucks one of them. And then your feelings is hurt. Because, see, she knows that you're using her as a trophy arm candy, too. I mean, and the fact that she emptied out your mansion and you're running around your mansion and you could tell it's empty as hell. And you're in a manic state, crying every now and then. 4 years later, you came back and you're talking kind of, uh, calm, right? You said you're now on Ativan or whatever. I just did another deep dive and I realized that Tyrese is in another relationship. That, like he said, this is how he meets them. He known this one, another Instabat, only 4 months. And he claims she's sexing the pain away. I'm telling you, he, like most black men that end up in hospice or the nursing home, um, won't have any of these women that he's had all these good times with for clout, picture chasing, bag chasing. None of these women will come visit him, not one time in a nursing home. See, this is what we know because of his mouth. He's verbally abusive, and he knows it. It's sad because a man like that, you just want to love him, don't you? It ain't enough love in the world that can take away this trauma and drama that this shady queen got going on. Because the way he behaves, it makes you almost feel as if he's on the DL. And only another man can understand that pain. This is a PSA out there to all you black men with no fathers. Yeah, I mean, it's just at this point, we done heard it all. And you are doing everything illegal or wrong. It's the crying for us, babe. Whoever took whoever away from you, it's for the best. Not only do you take your trauma and your drama out on every woman that you meet in your life, that you've only known some of these women less than a year. I don't, y'all hear this, black men? We want you to get some psychological help and take your meds and be the helm of your families and stop crying stop all this crying. Stop all this crying. Yeah, whatever is all you got. We can't we can't let you near our kids until you get psychological help is my PSA. No one's ever gonna listen to you, whether you sign your name with an X or whether you're signing documents in the White House. You're doing everything illegal and everything wrong. You're not protected when you abuse women and your female children. It don't. Money ain't got nothing. This is what this is. I'm done with this. I'm done with this. I've said my piece. I want you to get help, black men. Yes, black women have a bag, but no nation is as strong as a nation that's heralded by its men. And if black women have to consistently take over, even in the emotional department, you have usurped us yet again to gain attention for your own selves, black men. And it's at this point embarrassing what black men themselves would do for a bag and clout. Choose better. If she's fit, feminine, and friendly, also make sure that she's hygienic, that she can cook, that she actually does exhibit motherly instincts before you knock her up. This is sad, but this is why we, the 1%, have never felt slighted when we were overlooked by individuals like this, nor did we feel slighted when they came slithering back to the black community and the Afro phenotype to beg forgiveness. We wasn't shocked either which way. We already know where these types end up. Lord have mercy. Yes, pray for him. But more importantly, pray for that little girl that's caught in the middle of all of this. These two unfit, clout chasing parents will end up losing that little girl to the street because of your own degeneracy. It's Monet. Wild way. 808 with the dollar sign. Don't ever act like you don't know. I'm on your ass. Always. Always.